How do fan bases feel in the state of Texas? Now, I said I was going to look at the outlook for certain programs, and this is exactly what I'm talking about here. Four Texas schools here I'm going to look at: TCU, Texas, Texas A&M, and Texas Tech. Let's just take a look and compare the state of each fan base here based on the outlook and the projection of their program. So let's start out here with TCU. 2022, they went 13-2. They finished second in the AP poll after making the national championship. They made the playoff. They won or I guess they didn't win the Big 12. They won the Big 12 regular season, but they didn't win the Big 12 championship game. They lost to Kansas State. Nonetheless, 13-2, finished second in the polls. Their 2023 recruiting rankings is sitting at 20th right now. They're 23rd in the transfer portal. Head coach Sonny Dykes, if I had to grade his performance or his job rating right now, like as of today, I'd give him an A plus. Year one going into the playoff, that's incredible, especially when you're picked to finish seventh in your own conference. So I'm gonna give him an A plus for his job so far. Expectations for 2023, I think it's Big 12 champs. You got to go back, try getting that trophy in Dallas, and I think 10 plus wins. I mean, that's the standard now under Sonny Dykes. You make the playoff. I think 10 plus wins is, I think 10-2 season. That's very attainable here for the Horned Frogs. Now, how's the fan base feeling? Well, if I was a team, this is how I would feel. We made the playoff, so I'm very happy about that. We beat Michigan. Sonny Dykes, year one, 13 wins. I couldn't have asked for anything better. But we played Georgia and got absolutely embarrassed in the national championship game. Now, personally, I'd feel pretty good about the season. I wouldn't really worry about that Georgia game as much. Like, I think we all knew Georgia was probably going to win the game, but just how it happened, you may feel a little worse about it. But nonetheless, you just went to the Fiesta Bowl. You won a bowl game, New Year's Six bowl game. You're coming back in 2023. Good transfer portal class, good recruiting. Sonny Dykes is a great coach. And heck, let's go make a run at the Big 12 championship this season. So overall, I think TCU fans should be feeling pretty good about the state of their program. Next, I want to hit on Texas. Texas, they went 8-5 in 2022, and they finished 25th in the AP rankings. The recruiting class is sitting at third right now, and they're 42nd in the transfer portal rankings. They're led by head coach Steve Sarkisian. Now, if I had to grade his job so far, I'd give him a C plus. They did improve this past season. They had an opportunity to beat Alabama. But when you're the head coach at Texas, the standard is much better than 8-5. Like, let's say TCU went 8-5 in Sonny Dykes' first season, I'd probably give him a B plus. I mean, he came in, flipped the roster, changed quarterbacks. I mean, he wanted Chandler Morris to start. We got to remember that. Max Duggan came in. He turned him into a Heisman candidate. Him and Garrett Riley, got to give him some credit as well. But yeah, Steve Sarkisian, the standard's higher. Standard's 10 wins, winning Big 12 championships. That hasn't happened since 2019 under Sam Ehlinger. So the expectation for this upcoming season, I'd say Texas, they have to win the Big 12 championship. Like, they got to get there at least and win 9 or 10 games, probably in order to do so, given how good the Big 12 is going to be. Now, how possible is that? I'd say very possible. Quinn Ewers is going to be your quarterback. He's very talented. He didn't have the greatest of seasons last year. People were saying he played through injury. I'm not going to say he didn't, but his performance definitely dropped off when those rumors started going out. But yeah, if I was a Texas fan, how I'd be feeling right now, like, when's this going to happen, right? Like, is this a year? If not, we need to make some changes because I'm getting hyped up every year. All these recruiting classes. Arch Manning's coming in. Cedric Baxter Jr., Jonte Cook, skill position guys, 5-star players. And everyone calls us 8-4, 8-5 Texas. We're not back, folks, right? Like, I'd want that to change. If I was a Texas fan, I'd want that to change very badly. And I think 2023 is the season. Start going into year 3. Like, it has to happen now, I think. I'm all in on Steve Sarkisian as the head coach. I think he's a good coach, very good recruiter. He's getting talent at a very high level, and I'm excited to see what the Longhorns do next season. And the next team I want to hit on is Texas A&M. Oh boy, Texas A&M. They went 5-7 last year. They finished unranked. missed a bowl game. They're 15th in recruiting, 52nd in the transfer portal. Remember, they were number one class in 2022, number one all time. But they lost multiple guys from that class, and then they're led by head coach Jimbo Fisher. And if I had to grade his job right now, I'd probably give him a C minus or a D plus. Now, the reason I didn't go like full hate mode right here and give him an F is because I think Jimbo understands the problems at A&M right now with NIL, all this recruiting hype. Like, I just think the players' egos are way bigger than they need to be, and that's why he went and flushed these kids out. Maybe they were part of the problem. We're gonna find out next season, I guess. But maybe they were just part of the problem, and we're gonna have to give credit to him if A&M has an improved season. And a lot of these players that stayed, if they have a lot of good players coming back, and these recruits in the 2023 class, which is ranked 15th, but they're top 3 in player rating average. That means they're 15th in rankings because they don't have a lot of guys, but the guys they have are some of the best players in the country at their respective positions. I think a guy like Reuben Owens, 5-star running back, you put him in the backfield, you got Evan Stewart out wide, Connor Wegman's coming in at quarterback, or coming back at quarterback. And this offense should be good. You got Bobby Petrino as well as offensive coordinator from Louisville. I know A&M fans probably aren't too happy about that. But the expectations, like, no worse than 8-4, right? I mean, the people inside the building are probably expecting 10 wins. I mean, I'd probably be expecting 10 plus wins too if I had that talent. But I mean, you can't go worse than 8-4 here, or else Jimbo's gonna say, "Pay me my money. Let's go buyout route and get me out of here. Get someone else new in here." Like, Jimbo doesn't want to keep losing. These players don't want to keep losing. There's gonna be a point in time if they keep losing, the recruiting's gonna fall off, and players are just gonna leave. They're gonna go somewhere else. 'Cause like I said, these players are talented. They're wanted at other programs, top tier programs that they can go and win at. So I think it has to happen this year. And if I'm an A&M fan, just like Texas, like, when's this gonna happen? When's all this gonna come together and we're gonna see it on the field and go fight for the SEC championship? When are we gonna go battle LSU and Alabama? Like, oh, we're beating these teams. We're pulling off an upset here and there. Looking at a record, we're 5-7. They're in big New Year's Six bowl games, and we're sitting at home on the couch watching them play during bowl season. So I think 2023 is the year Jimbo Fisher's got to get it together. I do think it's gonna come together. I think they're in. Heck, I just said they got to go 8-4, but heck, 7-5 bowl game. Go 8-5. Go win your bowl game. Like, if I was an A&M fan, I wouldn't be happy about that, but heck, it's an improvement, I guess, right? All right, on to Texas Tech. 2022, they went 8-5. They finished unranked. 26th in recruiting, 56th in the transfer portal, led by head coach Joey McGuire. This is one of the more underrated coaches in college football, and if I had to give him a grade for his performance, my thoughts on him, I give him a B plus, without hesitation. Without hesitation, B plus. Why? Because this program has everything going against them relative to who's in their state. Got A&M, Texas. I'm not even talking about Baylor around here right now either, which is crazy. I know, but you got TCU as well. Like, there's a lot of talent in Texas, but they're not looking at Texas Tech until now. Now they are. Going forward, Texas Tech, they're recruiting 26th. That is great for Texas Tech. Go look at their average recruiting ranking over the last decade. I'll tell you right now, it's not top 40. Now, the expectation for 2023, I think 8-9 wins, heck, shot at 10 wins, go play for the Big 12 championship. They're going to be ranked preseason. I have them ranked preseason. I think they should be around 2021, maybe even higher, like 18 or 19th in the rankings, just because of what they have coming back. And like I said, they're getting guys as well. If I was a Texas Tech fan, I'd be pretty happy right now. Looking at their schedule too, it bodes fairly well. You have Oregon coming in out of conference. That's just an opportunity, right? You go win that game, you start 3-0 out of conference. Big 12 play starts. You go win some big games early in October. And this thing gets going. Joey McGuire, he's a motivator. He's a very good coach, player friendly. That locker room, if they start winning games, that locker room is going to be, I don't even know how to explain it, but that locker room is going to be in a very good state. It's going to lead to some wins. And like I said, Big 12 championship, that should be the goal here in 2023 for Texas Tech. I think Tyler Shuck's going to be the quarterback. He's coming back. If I was a Texas Tech fan, I'd be happy about that. He might not be the most talented quarterback in the world, but he's a veteran. He was my quarterback last year. We can go win some games. Don't have to switch anything. Like, this is the year. This is the year we can get on the map. So I'm excited to see what Texas Tech does in 2023.